Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis, with my amazing co-host, Jojo. How are you doing today, Jojo?
I am champagne poppin', champagne poppy, happy. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fabulous, especially since you just told me a fabulous story about meeting Tashawn,
Ooh,
the
I
winner of Big Brother Canada.
did.
Tell me
Ooh.
the story. Let me
I
hear
met
it.
I met him yesterday, randomly on the streets of Toronto. One of my coworkers yelled my name, and I looked to the sidewalk and saw Tashawn and thought, "This is my chance to say hi to Tashawn." So I
You're
said, "Hey, Tashawn."
so
Yeah.
good. Like, I'm so jealous because he's such a cutie pie. Let's go
Ooh,
see
total babe.
Jojo's photo.
Tashawn.
Aw, so
Oh,
cute. Well,
adorable.
we're not here for Big Brother Canada, but we're here
No.
for Big Brother content. Today we're talking about the eviction episode of Mr. Champagne. But
Yeah.
first, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Just do it. If you can't
Yeah.
subscribe, help out with a super chat. That's
Sure.
something that could happen too. I wouldn't be upset about that. Like
Mm-mm.
this video, hit the notification bell, all that
Yes.
jazz. It all helps the channel. So, what do you think? Your overall thoughts of this particular episode, Jojo?
Great episode. A little bit too much Brent content for my liking. Even though I know they've been setting up this blind side for the past 3 episodes, I wanted them to divert away from that a little bit because so much has happened this week that's juicy. But I guess it's also, I don't know, talking about next week. So they really should be focusing on the current events. So I get it, but that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing is what I'm realizing because like I know all the information, right? If I don't watch all the feeds, I'm at least doing a live feed update once a week, so I get like one full day of like watching everything that's going on, and I listen to live feed updates with Taryn every single morning, and I read Twitter, so like I know what's going on for the most part. And what I'm realizing when I'm watching the episodes is that it is only telling like a childlike version of exactly teeny little like bite-sized amount of what's happening. It's like they can't go off in the 900 tangents that the actual season is going in because they need to dumb it down and just tell one linear story because they don't know which way it's going to go. And so it's like they talked about pretty much every single person talked about what could happen if every single person won the head of household. And so they don't want to show all that because only one of those variables is going to be accurate. Right. So they just tell the barest story.
They do. They try their best to.
Now, I gotta say, this is completely what happened at the end of the episode, but I'm very happy that they said the full endurance competition will be played out next Thursday on the live feeds. Now, that's something that we love about the live feeds. We love watching the endurance on the live feeds because we want to see who's shaking, who's really wants to win it, who's making deals with who, like, you know, bouncing checks in the Big Brother house, like all that stuff happens in these endurance competitions. So it would be really amazing to see it live. And that's one of the reasons why people love the live feeds. So the fact that they're making sure that they don't, you know how Big Brother Canada, remember when we were so pissed how they just cut the feeds for the whole weekend because they didn't want anybody to know the outcome? No, they want us to watch it. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Though, how much would I love Paramount Plus to also be airing this in Canada? I would love to be able to watch live feeds Paramount Plus. I'd love to see old episodes of Big Brother on Paramount Plus.
You have to watch the challenge as well on Paramount Plus and Survivor old seasons.
Don't even. You know. I have to use the CTV app
Jojo, wait, hold on. Hi, Sophie. Hold up. Wouldn't we though? We've thought about it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
we've thought about it.
Yeah.
And right now might be a perfect time for both of us to do it because your current partner might not be able to participate the next time it comes around.
She got a baby on the way.
So she might not be able to leave for however long and go race around the world with you. So I might have to be the consolation prize here and race with you in the Amazing Race.
Shucks. Oh no, the worst.
I know. Oh my God, imagine.
No, the strategy would be out of control. Because between Steph and I, like Steph was always like, you take care of the strategy, I'll take care of like everything else. I'm like, yeah, sure, perfect. Us?
Like if you don't know who James and Will and James are, do you?
I do, yes. Yeah, they're the last season winners.
Sorry, I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay, yeah. Anyways, yes, those two though, like they studied and stuff like that. Like if we were going on, we'd be studying. We'd be practicing. We would learn like 5 languages.
I'd learn Braille at some point.
That's a good idea. That's good.
Yep.
I already know some sign language, but I can learn a bunch more.
Oh, 100%.
Anyways, yeah. So thank you, Sophie, for thinking of us.
Sophie Dophie.
Right now, the Amazing Race Canada, I haven't seen any audition postings for it, so it might not be until at least we hear that travel is open. So, but that's a really good thought. Yeah. So I know you don't want to talk about Brent anymore, but we've got to do it. It's the last time talking about Mr. Champagne. At the beginning, though, when you see like Julie talking, Julie looks great.
Incredible.
I was surprised it was a pantsuit, though.
I loved it.
It was just like, okay, I like this.
Oh,
like,
I was 10 or 10. 10 or 10 for me.
No,
I was the shape. I love the top. I don't remember the trousers that much, but I love the top.
Yeah, I love the top of it. There was something about the pants that I wasn't like feeling. Yep. I love the color, but
her hair was.
I think she also was great. Yeah. I did think she looked great. And then I was thinking the whole time, I was like, what is it like married to Les Moonves? That's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, what are you actually very angry? Are you very angry? And like, you're just like putting on it. You know, that's what I was thinking. But anyways, love Julie. She'll always be in my heart. Nobody else can ever host this show. It has to be Julie Chenbart. Yeah. So while she was kind of doing her intro, you can see the house guests sitting in the living room. And they're doing the wave. Did you see them? I was like,
I did.
Why are you being so chill, Brittany? Like, you're not that chill. No, not chill enough for the wave.
No, like everyone needed to relax. Like there's so much like positive energy, and Brent is not happy. He kind of knows, as we know, that there was a couple of slip-ups today.
Oh, I have not been paying attention today. So tell me, spoiler. Well, I guess it's not a spoiler alert because we know what happened. So tell me these slip-ups.
Oh, DF basically, Derek F basically told him he was going home. He was like, I don't think you have the votes to stay. By the way, just so you know. That? Derek F straight up told Brent. And then Christian slipped up saying, well, like 3 guys out in a row, that's crazy. Like that's never happened before in Big Brother. And Brent's like, 3 guys, like there's only been 2. He's like, oh yeah, I just.
Oh boy.
So both of them, and I guess the house guests were also told by production, like, don't tell him. They were told today, like, stop. Don't, like, they're obviously creating a blindside
story.
Yeah. So Derek F and Christian both messed it up.
I already dislike Derek F. Like, why did you have to mess that up?
Of course he had to, though. He just had to be that person that would.
He needs to go.
I was so looking forward to loving him this season, and hi Thomas McGee. Ooh, I like that last name, McGee. One of my best friends.
Is that Eddie? Isn't Eddie McGee the winner?
Eddie
of
McGee.
One?
Yes.
Are you related, Thomas?
Oh, I want to know. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in Derek F in general. Just not my cup of tea.
No, me neither. And like you, I'm just like, oh, I want to see him in the house. I want to see him do well. Like he's definitely diverse in many ways, and so I was hoping that he would be a person I was super rooting for.
Even like a personality. Like I expected to be loud, like dying for Derek every day. New memes, hilarious. We're not getting that.
Sophie has a question. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm going to speculate. So, why did most of the guys wear fingernail polish the past couple of weeks? I think want to hear my rationale, or unless you know a real reason. Is there a real reason?
No.
My reason is I think that it's an opportunity to talk game.
Yeah.
So like if you're sitting with somebody and you're doing their hair or their nails, it's like it doesn't look like you're only sitting and strategizing, but you're doing something that's
Yeah.
not super obvious. And like if someone comes in, you can immediately switch to another topic of conversation.
Yeah,
So
like your
that's
nail
my
polish.
thought is why people are getting their nails done.
Also, everyone's
Especially
so
like
bored.
Christian.
Everyone's
Yeah,
so
there's
bored.
nothing
Like,
to
why
do.
would you not? I'd be like, paint me daily. I would
Yeah, no, I'd be
I'd have
like-
a new haircut. I'd give everyone bangs by the end of the season. Like
Well, I'd be
everyone
like,
French.
Brittany probably wouldn't want to do it, but I'd be like, can you just do my makeup every day so we can just sit and like talk and just do my makeup?
Yeah.
Like for sure.
That's it.
Like I would love for someone to do my makeup every day.
Yes.
Like do whatever you want. Sure.
Oh.
Is it
Yeah,
fun?
I love it.
I love getting my makeup done in the makeup chair. It's just so relaxing.
Mm.
My fave. I watch Baywatch. Okay, so who got evicted? They want
Ooh.
that on me. What? You know, I don't know what this. I don't know what that
Brent
means.
is out. He's out. He's gone. Brent.
Brent
Jeez.
has exited the Big Brother house. We actually do that. So when be like, there's 2 doors in the after the plane, 2 doors in the middle, and then we do that.
I love
Brent,
it.
So it is true that we do that. It's not just like a trope on the TV and movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Christian didn't want to use the veto. We knew that was going to happen because he's on the same team as Xavier, who is the head of household, and they're working together. So he doesn't want to put any more blood on Xavier's hands. So he wasn't going to use the veto. No big deal. So Brittany's going to lay low. I'm like, okay, Brittany's idea of laying low is what? Crying,
creating a rap that no one wants to hear.
Oh, weren't you just? I was just delighted that she stopped herself from continuing to rap because I was like,
that's the one thing Derek F has done well this week. He told her to stop. He was like, it's gonna get old. Don't do it. No more raps, Brittany. I'm like, oh, someone told her. I'm so happy. And it was Derek F out of everyone.
Like you'd think that Derek F would tell her to rap because everybody loves it.
Well, if I was in the house, I'd be like, yeah, I want a remix from last week, Brittany. Yes, give me a rap every week.
Just to annoy everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think Eddie McGee, no H in his name. Oh, you might be correct. I did like Eddie though. I don't remember him obviously specifically, but you're right. I don't know if he had an H in there. I don't know.
Yeah, Eddie was I liked Eddie. I was rooting for Curtis, I think, or was it Josh? No, don't think I wanted Josh to win. I wanted Brittany to win. Then I wanted Jamie to win. What?
B Bean, welcome. What do you mean? Did you hear about Whitney's racist comment about Derek X? Say what? I will cut her. What do you mean? I won't ever do anything violent. I'm actually that's just a joke. But what happened? I mean, I need to look it up now.
Haven't heard anything.
I've not heard that yet. Whitney. Yeah, the people are so good to they find everything.
Every burp, every blink.
Racist. Derek. Big Brother.
Oh.
No. Okay, I don't see any yet. Okay, let me know, BB, if you can send me either a link or just explain to me what happened or where you heard it, etc., etc. That's not good. That's not good. Well, back to Big Brother. Okay, hold on. He's coming. Whitney was cuddling Derek X and moved to avoid his. Wow.
Whitney.
Maybe she thought she was being funny.
I mean, I would hate for a penis to be referred to as an egg roll by anybody. Ooh.
I'm very uncomfortable.
In bad taste.
Well, I didn't even think it was of his penis. Then that's even worse. It's even more uncomfortable.
What else would she mean? His egg roll.
I just thought she was just calling all of him the egg roll, but I guess it's his egg roll. Oh no. Oh my
Oh,
god. Oh my
we're out
gosh.
of the loop.
I did not see this. This is not good. Oh my
No.
god.
I was so happy not to have seen it until this very moment. Because I want, I want to like these people. And when he's making it very difficult for us to really like her, there are moments where I'm like, okay, Whitney, all right, you're kind of getting your head in the game. And then she talks about Sandy Hook or getting
Man,
his
okay,
guns
well,
ready.
I mean, I was only saying it to repeat what was said. I would never use that term to describe anybody, much less Derek X. Um, that's really uncomfortable. So I wonder if she's going to get spoken to by the DR about that, because I remember there was a comment that Aaron 16 said about what's her name, Helen, and talking about Bryce or whatever, and like
Yep.
it's not using it in an endearing way, and she's not a comedian and she's not of color. Like it's just not necessarily what a blonde hair, blue-eyed woman that has like videos of her and guns on like her Instagram and
TikTok.
Sandy Hook comment to speak that way. Not that it's right for anybody to, but especially the Whitneys of it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That seems pretty narrow-minded to not know that that's not great.
Yeah. Whitney, come on.
Xavier chastised her immediately and forced her to apologize. Okay, good.
Good.
I mean, I can't believe it was his penis that she was talking about, though. That still weirds me out.
I wonder if this will be like the way that now Christian can step in to nominate her.
Say that again?
I wonder if this can be the icebreaker for a nomination.
Well, he was going to be nominating her anyways, because we saw in this episode, we saw that that's who they planned on putting up. They didn't do that whole scene, because within that whole scene, it was actually they were going to put up Brittany, and then I think it was
Sarah
Xavier.
Beth.
No, Xavier said to change it to maybe Hannah, because he thought that like maybe Hannah wouldn't be the target, would be a better pawn, and she is an honorary Cookout member, but like she's not Cookout. So, but he still wants to protect her, and so he suggested her, and then Sarah Beth made her become the target, looking like she was more dangerous in the game. But with this comment from Whitney, I think that that's easy for her to be the target now.
Yeah,
because like that's not cool. Did BB was Derek offended by that? Like, did he make any comments towards that? I'm really happy that Xavier said something and called it out, because like I don't know what I'd feel like in that situation. I'd probably say something. I'd probably be like, "What? You can't say that." Yeah.
Not okay. You should know better.
If Whitney said that, it's despicable. Her stock just took a nosedive for me. Yeah, that's really uncool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she specifically talked about his private part. Oh my god, that's so. She thought she was being funny, but that's really, really not good.
No.
Hi, Eddie.
Eddie.
Everyone knows this is going to be Alyssa, HOH, and Christian acting as the figurehead. This is true.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be actually a King's HOH. I think that whatever the Kings collectively decide is what's going to go down.
Yeah.
Jojo, I liked Curtis and Josh a whole lot more than I liked Eddie. However, Eddie was still pretty cool. Yeah. I don't remember the other two people now, though. Okay, Whit was talking to Xavier and Kylan. Derek X was not there and may not know yet.
Oof.
Oh, so she was describing the story, and then that's how she used that terminology. You can't use
just weird.
Okay,
bad
Whitney,
taste.
So poor. It's not good.
I mean, you say anything in a house with cameras, and I truly believe that if you say something on the Big Brother show, you'd say it in real life. So saying problematic shit like this, I'm sure is I wouldn't say an everyday thing, but it happens. It comes out of her mouth for sure.
Well, it's just like the type of jokes that she's used to making.
Yeah.
Right. And so,
Bad ones.
like, I'm just trying to, like, thinking of, like, it's just really in poor taste. Such poor taste. Well, if you hear any more news about that Bean, please let me know. I'll do some investigation after I get offline and find out. Go to Twitter and Reddit to see what more has been said.
You betcha.
Okay, so Sophie says, "Don't worry, Chantele. You will see Brent again on a future season of The Challenge." That's rude. That's rude. You don't want to ruin my show. So I don't hate. I think he would get schooled on The Challenge, so it'd be fine. Like, he'd think that he's so good at the game, and he'd be like the perpetual pawn on The Challenge, probably, which would be kind of funny.
Yeah, I just want to see him with some cheese, like his little. Cheese. Yeah, he's just so ratatouille to me.
Oh,
that's all I can picture when I see Brent.
He looks like Nicolas Cage to me.
Oh, just another one, Nicolas Cage.
It just looks like him. Okay, so he thinks that the vote's going to be 6-5, and that he has the mafia, this kind of group that's a fake group, unless he won head of household, that consists of the aces and the queens. And so he's like, we got the votes. Like, that's 6 people. That's, I'm good. He even goes so far as tell them not to use the veto on him so that Xavier doesn't have to get more blood on his hands. But he thinks he's pulling one over on Xavier because he's got the votes to stay. What did you feel about him being so confident?
I mean, I'm shocked that there wasn't more paranoia from him this week. It's his first time on the block. I feel like he would be questioning and starting to grill people. And everyone really played him, which should scare the bejesus out of everyone else. If they can blindside Brent like that, you have no idea what's coming.
Which I was thinking, though, with Derek F saying, like, I don't think you have the votes, that actually might not tip him off, because Derek X is not in the mafia. So he might think that, like, oh, well, we have 5 votes, right? And, like, he might be just, like, I could see Brent being like, just Derek F doesn't know what the real plan is. So, sorry, I just cut you off.
But yeah, no, it's okay. I think he, like, got into a little bit more details with Brent than he should have. Like, he was trying to be like, oh, listen, let me do you a favor here. You're going to get blindsided.
Hi, Natalie. Yes, Bean is telling us the truth about Whitney. Because I don't see any people saying anything about racist comments and Derek X on Twitter. Ooh. No, I'm sure Bean wouldn't lie about something like that. No.
Unless Bean's playing all of us.
Are you playing all of us? Are you lying all to us? Is Brent still in the house? Did he stay?
No.
Votes of 6-5. No. I believe Bean. I will take a look, though, after and see the truth of that matter. But that's really, I feel like it's too specific to make up. Like, randomly.
I think so.
I do think it's true, but I will go find it at some point. So we see Derek X and Hannah talking, and I thought that this was really funny when they're outside on, like, the lawn chairs, and they're talking about how much she really doesn't like Brent, and, whatever, it's gonna be so great to get him out, blah blah blah. And then Brent comes over, and then Brent's like, "Why are you smiling? Why can't I smile?" Like,
I don't think he actually heard anything, but she had just finished saying, like, when Brent's not here next week, and he is right there. But I'm thinking, why isn't Derek cluing her in that someone's coming up, even if she doesn't know that it's, even if he didn't know that it was Brent arriving around the corner?
So I'm just going to see, I'm going to message, can I see that clip? This is happening live, guys. This is how live television works.
Breaking news. Delayed breaking news.
Okay. So we're going to see if he can hook me up with that. Josh, how'd you find that so quickly?
Quick.
Wowzers.
He's on it.
Yeah, but Brent is just so awkward, and, like, I feel like it was very obvious that he was going home. Like, if he, with his gut, and his gut doesn't lie, like, his gut wasn't really helping him out here, because it seemed very clear to me that he was going home, with how people were just like, as soon as he was anywhere, they would leave the room. They wouldn't have a full conversation with him. Like,
Brittany's not crying. Like, the fact that Brittany wasn't crying all this week, it should be the biggest tip off. She was against Frenchie and crying all week. And she was fine against Frenchie. So in my opinion, if I was against Brittany and she wasn't crying all week, I'd be really concerned about my safety in the house.
Right?
Yeah.
But like he just thinks that he's pulling the fast one on Brittany, and so Brittany thinks she's safe. Like he put himself in a position to be able to convince himself that he wasn't going home. Like
shocking. Like I'm so surprised that he did that.
He would have been able to maybe suss it out if like he was going around and trying to get the veto used, and then their rationale for being like, yeah, no, we're not going to use it. We're going to keep you though, but we're not going to use it on you. We're going to keep you though. We want you to like. He made it so that they could lie to him or like tell the truth.
Yeah.
And he thinks that they're like lying for him to like keep up the game.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Wink, wink. I thought it was hilarious though, but this happened a while ago, unless it happened again, with them sussing out that Xavier was a lawyer. Like I feel like that's happened ages ago.
That's been like weeks on end. So I don't know why they decided to include that. I guess because it is his head of household.
Content,
so let's give him a little bit more.
I thought it was hilarious.
He had a great week. Like besides pissing off Brittany and Azah, he had a great week though. But I don't think he really took full advantage of it.
No, I don't think he set himself up as well as he could have.
Yeah.
I think that he's very comfortable, and I guess he should be at this point with the Kings.
Yep.
But he didn't really do that much. Like he has the Kings and he has the cookout. And he has the royal flush. So I mean, he's pretty set up pretty well, because if with that the only people that can't win that aren't in those two alliances are Whitney, who he's kind of close to, and Brittany are the only two people that are not in one of his alliances.
Yeah.
So I think he's pretty good, but I think he should have maybe set something up with those two.
Yes, please.
Like with Brittany being like, Brittany, can we just use this as an opportunity that we got to get closer together this week? We got to talk. We got to see where everybody we were coming from. I never wanted you to go home. Can we start working together from this point forward? Like, I don't want you to ever feel like you're in danger again, especially if I win. Like something.
I think the goal is for your two nominees by the end of the week, one of them, especially if it's early on in the game, the one that's staying, you want on your side. You want to make amends. Do and say whatever you can to make that so. And I don't really think he did that with Brittany.
No, and I mean, like, and I wouldn't probably believed it. You know what I mean? If like someone would just be like, "Well, we'll see what happens."
Yeah,
I'll keep you in my eyes.
We'll see. Sure, Xavier.
I won't put you up. But he didn't make any of those plans really. So I would have liked him to do that as well. Yeah. Okay, so if that had happened to me, Brent walked up, I would have had a heart attack, metaphorically. Yes.
Yep.
I would have been like,
short circuit.
But you know what, though? I would probably, like I'm crafty, but I'd probably have like out conversations on, like I'd practice them.
Yeah.
Like it's okay this week. What's our out conversation? Like, okay, we're gonna be talking about like, I don't know, school, whatever. Like I would have an out conversation anytime I was having a conversation with somebody.
Or just start laughing. Literally.
Why does she laugh all the time? What was so funny?
Like it's in my head. It's in my head. Inside joke. You won't get it. Yeah. And then move on.
So wait, what's up? I guess. Yeah. But yeah, they didn't really cover it up that well, but like Brent's still kind of clueless, but kind of not. It's very, very weird. Even when Alyssa was sweeping and he enters and he wants to talk game with her, like he should have been able to tell that nobody wants to talk with him. Nobody wants to be around him. Nobody wants to listen to him. Like he should have realized that if nobody wants to be discussing really what's happening next week, problem.
Yeah.
Problem.
I mean, he told Alyssa today that your entire team's lying to you. Like you need to be careful of them now because they're not telling you the truth. And Alyssa's continuing to lie, saying, "Oh no, like you have the votes to stay." He's like, "They're lying to you." She's like, "God."
Ugh. I mean, but I do realize though that like the rationale behind keeping him quiet, like if he blows up the mafia and blows up this, and like not that they were real alliances, but they were things that people didn't necessarily share with everybody in the house. So
yeah, and
a fake alliance in secret is bad.
Absolutely. And if for whatever reason Brent couldn't have been the target, they would have wanted to keep the mafia act up for next week as well.
Wait, Derek. I mean, Xavier is not in the mafia,
No.
but he would maybe the fake slaughterhouse or like the dying slaughterhouse, the slaughtered slaughterhouse.
The slaughtered slaughterhouse.
So Whitney, though, it's interesting that she has the least aggressive Okay, hold up.
What'd you get?
We got the Twitter feed. Okay, I'm just gonna put it.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh. Okay. Coming.
Oh.
Okay. Wait, is it? I want the actual video. I don't want the Oh, my phone's gonna die. Oh, so annoying.
Oh,
So annoying. It's so dramatic.
Like
Drama. Okay. Let's just get into Facebook here. Jeez Louise. What's making things so difficult?
Life.
This is real life right now.
Life.
Absolutely. Okay, while that's loading up, I'm just going to continue with this episode.
Yeah.
And so it's really funny though that Whitney's talking about having like, this is the least aggressive conversation I've ever had with you, Brent. And so she's kind of talking to him about like how to speak about people and like how to treat people and like pay more attention to how you come across to people. It's very interesting that she's giving him this speech and then now she's going to be kind of crucified for not really holding up to that end of her intentions with Brent there.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be a turnaround week for Whitney. I thought she kind of positioned herself like not that bad with Alyssa and Christian. So I thought maybe if those two had power, they might really take Sarah Beth's offer of going after Hannah instead of Whitney. But now we'll see.
Okay, hold on. Let's get this going.
Work your magic.
Pardon?
I said work your magic.
Just gonna do it. Magic. Worky. Please. Right.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know if I can make it bigger, but
yeah, you can.
Okay, you can see full screen. I'm not on. Okay, good.
Yep, you're good.
Hopefully it's loud.
Oh, with him, I just made him lose his legs, and then I cuddled him.
I almost said everything that comes out of this woman's mouth.
I don't want to feel a little egg roll. I just wanted to cuddle.
Hold on.
Yo, are you trying to cancel me?
Bring that back. I need you to apologize publicly. That was rude. I'm not laughing. Rich not laughing either.
I love him.
You apologize.
You love
That was
him?
rude.
Why the hell did you?
You're still laughing. She hasn't said sorry yet. Like, literally, all it takes is you saying sorry.
I didn't mean it. Sicko mother. But I didn't want to feel business.
Oh my damn, she still hasn't said sorry. She just said I didn't mean it.
I said sorry.
No, you said I didn't mean it.
No, I said sorry, I didn't mean it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it. Did you let baby Nico?
Crazy Stupid Love, it wasn't on that time. What?
Not great.
And she's wearing a sweatshirt.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that it's not great is because she was still laughing about it. She didn't even really realize what was wrong, and she didn't even recognize that what Xavier was saying was like,
He's being genuine, yeah.
Not really. You can't really say that. That's really rude and really distasteful.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Josh, for the clip.
Ooh, wet.
Okay, let's see. Love the fact that there are 8 women in the house. However, I wonder what chances a female house guest gets evicted in week 4. It's going to be Whitney.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty high, I'd say.
Wow. Hi, Nika.
Hi, Nika.
The controversial clip of Whitney in the Big Brother USA house. We just watched it. Not good at all.
Nope.
No, don't worry. She was. I'm sure that Natalie was looking herself because Natalie, you've been in. She's in all the rooms. She definitely. You guys
she knows.
definitely chatted together before. She probably just couldn't find it because I couldn't find it when I just searched on Twitter right now. So we're just saying that we're just
cautious.
being people. We're just finding out the facts, and now we got the facts.
Yes.
We're gonna call you a liar.
Never.
I believed you, Beep Bean. We love you.
Beep.
Don't
We
worry.
do.
Natalie loves you too, I'm sure.
My birthday twin.
Right.
Yes.
So that's really bad. She's going to get talking to, I'm sure, from Big Brother.
I hope so.
And I hope she says, well, it's kind of awkward for her to go and say something to Derek X.
I don't think that's awkward. I think she could I think that's a really good learning moment for her to take initiative and be like, okay, I said something highly inappropriate. I'm gonna own up to it and talk to Derek about it. Especially if production brings it up to her.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it. I've never really seen that before, so maybe that's why I think it's awkward. I've never seen someone say something about somebody that is racially motivated and have them go and apologize without being coerced. So I'll see it, but I can't really picture it.
Yeah.
Can't at all. Okay, well, awkward.
Excuse me.
What else happened to this episode? Nothing really. I
Brent's
love
out
so much. I love them. Like I just love them strategize. They just strategize all the time. Just think of every scenario. Like I feel like it's just me because like I really do look at every single scenario in these games and like I do think too much. And I'm like, okay, with this happened, and this. Like I try to think of everything. So I just
love it.
I appreciate that there's other people like me out there.
Yes.
You know?
And I guess Claire and Tiffany cemented their final two last night. They came up with a name.
What was the name again? I remember seeing it.
Snake Eyes.
Yes, I loved it. Yes, roll-ups.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Snake Eyes is good when you're playing craps.
Oof.
I think so. Anyways, I can't remember. I played craps only a couple times. But I did win the table like a couple $1 million that the pit boss had to step over. So I was rolling for somebody and they're like looking at me to see if I was like, I'm like cheating the system because the table was winning so much when I was rolling.
I love it. Win that cash.
I got a little tip from one of the big winners. It's
good.
True. They blow my dice. Like it's more like what we call it, like
pre-COVID.
So fun. Okay, so I thought that they put the quote part on his chest though when he was talking to Whitney, Brent. I thought that was like to humanize him again. Are they trying to make me feel bad for Brent again? Like they really were taking me on a bit of a roller coaster with Brent. It's like I felt bad for him because anybody getting blindsided that way, like I feel bad for, and like they're making him look dumb. But then they put the quote in there, and you're just like, oh, but he's still just like somebody that's mourning his father, and like he's probably a good person, but he's just lost. But then it came all back around that like he's just a ding dong.
I think there was actually quite a bit they didn't show about Brent on the show, and he should be really thankful for that. That's all I'll say. Because when he gets deep into the Twitter universe and on YouTube, he's going to see some things where he goes, oh, I get why people don't like me because of my actions and the words in my mouth. So he should be happy with the editors.
Yes, he will be. Maybe not that last like today's. It's kind of like makes him look dumb. But if they showed other stuff, then he wouldn't look like a good guy at all.
Yeah,
he just looks like an ego maniac. So the Kings are wanting to put up Hannah and Whitney, but Tiffany and Claire want to have somebody target the Kings because the Kings have 4 members. They also have Christian, who wins a lot of stuff. Xavier just had a head of household. We lost Jojo. I wonder what happened. So we see that Brent is evicted.
Brought back. the battle back.
I'm just getting to the vote. So Brent is actually evicted 11-0. No surprise by anybody, except for the fact that Derek F does not know how to vote. What is going on? I sadly to evote Brent.
He's e-voting now.
What's an e-vote?
I love it. I'm so happy that he doesn't know how to vote. Derek.
I sadly to evote Brent. And I feel like Julie was like,
okay.
Like,
because let's be honest, Julie's not the best when it comes to live television and flubbing her words. Like it happens often for her. It usually happens at least one episode or once every episode. So I just love when he votes. I can't wait for next week.
Like, he did not say the right thing. I
Short circuit.
vote Brent. What?
Oh.
Like, sorry, could you say that again?
Can we redo that? Can you tell me that you're evicting someone?
I'm going to, when he's evicted, because I don't think he's going to win the game, I'm going to clip all of his voting together and just be like, this is how Derek F votes.
E-vote.
He's never said it right once.
No.
I e-vote sadly Vict. Like, what?
Oh, kill me. I genuinely laughed. Oh.
I don't know. Like, I thought that they would get trained to be like, okay, so when you go in there, you say, I vote to evict blank. Not like I want so-and-so out. Like, it's I vote to evict blank.
Yeah.
I sadly vote to evict blank.
No,
not
sadly.
To evote blank.
Evo. Oh, that killed me. Woo.
I do agree with you, Vivian. Brett will just explain away everything, just like Jackson did. Absolutely. And like Whitney's going to as well. She'll explain it all away, I'm sure. She didn't even realize what she's done. Maybe he's doing that on purpose. Why?
No, Bean. He's not doing that on purpose.
Bad. It's so bad. It's
embarrassing. Yes.
It's sadly to evote Brent.
Lord.
So when Brent actually leaves, though, he's like, "Don't worry, it's a game, guys. It's a game. Like, don't worry, don't be sad. Like, it's a game. It's a game." And so, like, he handled it pretty well. I wanted to see his face be a little bit more surprised, but he was just like he just had no emotion, and then he's just like,
"All right, it's me." And Julie couldn't even have faked it out just a little bit, like in a vote of 11-0. Brittany, you are safe. Yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted that moment.
I wanted to see him shocked, but he wasn't shocked enough.
He knew. Derek F messed it all up. Christian, both of them.
I was trying to be like, maybe he didn't, but no, he did. Like, reaction, he did not react for somebody that believed that they were safe.
Yeah.
So he's not shocked at all. Julie's asking, like, your teammates turned on you. I didn't know that he had such disdain for Derek X, being like so when did Derek X,
remember everyone
and Travis, when did they plot against Brent?
I don't remember that happening, but I do know that the house hated Derek X for like the first 3 or 4 days. So everything was being blamed on him. He was a scapegoat for everything. So I'm sure that was just part of it. And I also at the same time, Brent likes to say that he knows how to read lips, and half the time the information that he thinks he's getting isn't the correct info.
So
Dolores.
Hi, Dolores. Dolores wanted that also Jojo, because I think she didn't do it because he already knew and it wouldn't have been a shock. Well, maybe it would have been a shock though to the house being like, Brittany.
Oh, right. Julie does this. Yeah. She likes to mess with people.
That would have been great. I would have taken that though. If she shocked the house.
Sure.
That'd be
then they'd be like 11-0. Did I vote wrong? Did I vote like Derek F? What?
Yeah, I wish she had done it. It would have been great. It would have been absolutely great. So Kylan, I'd never portrayed him before, but these were the two people that were targeted when he was along with Frenchie's, reign. So I can imagine that maybe some lies of Frenchie or Frenchie pinning things on Derek X, like you're saying. Maybe Kylan also took some heat there as well to give reasons as to why Kylan was being nominated. Because Brent was supposed to be nominated first week before he had that heart-to-heart with Frenchie. They hated him because Brent started spreading rumors and Frenchie investigated it more. Okay, so I mean, the goodbye messages were pretty savage. Hannah's, I was like, oh my God, Hannah, savage.
Love that.
And clearly he's not on the jury because there's no jury management here whatsoever. She did not like him and she did not care about how it came across in her.
Yeah. But no worry about battlebacks. I wouldn't be mean to anybody in my goodbye messages
I
initially.
wouldn't either, but maybe they've been told definitively that there won't be one. Maybe because of COVID styles, like maybe they didn't have one for All Stars, and so maybe for protocol's sake
they put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, fair enough.
And then Tiffany's was also savage. I was like, man, the diary must have made her do all the flight attendant stuff, but like, I was like, ouch, man, you guys are mean.
Love it.
Keep the guy while he's down.
Okay.
And so then, okay, sorry, what?
I said, okay, I'll kick him while he's down, sure. Sorry.
So then they have the head of household competitions. Yeah, Brent's gone, whatever. And they were doing it in teams. They had to kind of they had like a buzzer that had 25 seconds, and each part of the team had to put some of the pieces of the puzzle together of a surfboard. And if they were about to run out of time, they had to hit their buzzer, because if they go to 0, then they're out of the competition. But if they hit their buzzer, 25 more seconds goes on the clock, and then they can swap out to have another teammate play. And why on earth didn't the first person start making the damn puzzle on the ground? I do not understand why you would start putting pieces in without putting them on the ground.
No idea. That was shocking that no one thought to do that. When initially so many people were doing that in the first captain competition. My theory is obviously the queens were throwing. That was very clear. I don't necessarily think that the kings wanted to win, but then they were pushing for it. So maybe they did get a little nervous. The jokers were a joke. Their framing was correct, or like getting there, but none of the fabric matched up. So it was just a disaster. So they had to take it all apart again. I'm like, what are you guys like? Very disappointing showing.
That was a very easy puzzle that they should have just put it on the ground in the first 25 seconds, and in the second 25 seconds put the first half, like the bottom half in, and then the next. So it should have taken 3 sets of 25 seconds to do that puzzle. Yeah, I kept being like, why is it taking so long? Like I thought it would just be done like boom.
Yeah,
people are getting it wrong. So I was very surprised that people didn't figure out the strategy of that more quickly or at all. But surprisingly, the Kings win, and I guess because Christian was the one that finished off the actual puzzle, he is going to be the head of household. He would be who I think would have been in the most danger if the Jokers or even maybe the Aces won.
Yep.
Just because look how good he is at competitions.
Uh-huh.
He's in them all, like pretty much. He wins them.
Yes.
So.
I mean, will I be I don't mind Christian, but am I going to be upset in 2 weeks from now if Christian's on the block and gone? No. I'm not going to be that upset.
I'm not going to be upset at all. I don't care about him. I don't care about Alyssa really, and I don't know. I don't care about Alyssa.
Yeah.
Sarah Beth. I like Xavier, so they can stay.
Sarah Beth is who I care about the most on the Kings. So I'm happy she's safe. As long as she's safe, whatever.
Me too. When was the last time they even had a battle back? They kind of did it in
21.
21. Because they did, remember Cliff got his way back when they did the table maze thing?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's our episode for you guys today. Nothing really happened. They just talked a lot about Brent. And they had the head of household competition. They even finished the episode early. Like, there's so much content. I don't know why they can't fill the damn episode. There's a lot.
All I want them to show is Tiffany's plan for the cookout. I think it's brilliant.
Her plan?
Yeah. Her plan of taking duos. Everyone in the cookout has a duo that's not a part of the cookout. So as long as everyone makes jury, them and their duo can be nominated, and the cookout can control about.
Tiffany's duo is Claire.
Yep.
Who's Xavier's duo?
Who is his?
Whitney?
No, Whitney's out. It would have been Christian. It would have been Christian.
Christian, okay.
Yeah. Sarah Beth and Kyland.
Sarah Beth is Kyland's, yeah.
Whitney and Derek X. And Derek X would be cut before Hannah.
In the cookout.
Yes. Sorry, Hannah and Derek X. But Tiffany was like, listen, we'll cut Derek X for you to be the cookout member that makes it. Ozza and Derek F share Brittany. They come as a trio. And who am I missing? That's it. So that's how she gets all the cookout. Like, she wanted a plan. She was worried, like, I don't have a plan set in place for the cookout. This is a plan that can get us to the final 6. There it is. There, it's mapped out. So I don't know.
Everybody's duo?
Yeah, take everyone's duo. I'm assuming she will cut other duos first and then play within her sphere of Sarah Beth, Claire, even Derek X. Trying to keep those 3 safe and like maneuver that way. Because she is playing her own game, and I think she was a little worried that America might be mad at her. So, but that was also like a 5 a.m. convo. I'm like, you got to go to bed. You and Claire need to relax. I love it. I want you to talk it all out, but
they kind of do need to plan all this out because they can't be surprised by anything.
Yeah.
And what else do you do in the house other than strategize? Like, I would be. Imagine how annoyed we would be if we're in that house and you didn't have anybody that could talk like this about this all day long.
Yeah.
We played stupid games online for nothing, and we still stay up all night and talk about strategy. So there's no way that we'd be going to sleep.
Oh, you're right. It's true. I just worry about them. I'm like, just get some sleep.
There's no way.
I'd be up all night.
When you go to sleep, you'd just be thinking in your brain of like all these scenarios. Like it just would be constant. Like you would have to.
The dream.
2 of Whit, Brittany, Hannah, and Britt will be on the block. Yeah, I think it's going to be.
I don't think Britt is in danger of being on the block, to be honest.
Renom? Who are they going to put up for a Renom?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Derek F. Only because he has said to Alyssa and Christian, like, showman says, nah, 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 nah. And I don't know how much game Ozza talks with Alyssa and Christian. So renoms, I'd be worried for them. Also, like, we saw a Joker. We also have like the wildcard competition. Whitney or Hannah could save their entire team. We don't know what the stakes are for that. And I think the only people that are eligible to play are Claire, Whitney, Ozza, and Derek F. So it's just the 4. So pretty good shot that Whitney could pull out a win there.
I mean, I want to see
that would be wild.
Being foiled. I like the fact that Christian's going to get some blood on his hands this week, most likely. I'm interested. I mean, I don't think it was good for his game necessarily to win, but who was even close? I don't even know if a team was even close.
No one was that close.
No. Aces just timed out.
Yep. And the Jokers were a disaster.
So maybe the Queens did not want to win.
I would have like tossed a piece on the side and be like, whoops. I made a mistake.
Thanks, Dolores.
Thanks, Dolores.
Well, Jojo's good. Yes,
thank you,
Dolores. Thank you, Bibine. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Thomas, for hanging out. Thank you, Sophie. And if I missed anybody, thank you so much. And with all the comments that Whitney has made, I do not support any of them. So just me retelling the situation. I am not in any way sort of endorsing what Whitney has said. I'm just relaying it. And so hopefully just still don't, any hate to Whitney. She's just uneducated. Hopefully she'll get a speaking to from the diary room. Hopefully she will go and say something to Derek X and apologize and maybe come to understanding as to why what she did was not right at all. And so, but we want to have everybody to be inclusive, and I definitely am not endorsing anything that Whitney said in that clip. So just want to put that out there. Do you have any final thoughts, Jojo?
Looking forward to Sunday's episode. Ooh, hi, Phil.
With Phil, me and Phil will be talking about the fallout of this head of household nomination.
Can't wait to watch that.
Absolutely. No, thank you, BB, and thanks for bringing the tea to my attention, for sure, keeping us in the loop, in the know. And as per usual, subscribe. Please subscribe. Leave a super chat. Super chats are great.
Yeah.
It's helpful for the channel. We love it. We love super chats here. And we love subscribing. Any sort of interaction that you do with the channel is really great for the channel, as it helps YouTube and its algorithm. So just get it boosted a little bit by a little like or a little comment. What do you think about Whitney's comment? Do you think that she should be removed from the house for speaking this way? What do you think the action should be made towards her for what she said? I would like to know your thoughts about that. Your thoughts about how Brent left the house. I would love to hear who you want him to nominate and who you want to be evicted. What's up?
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. And we're also atheists here. Or no, we're agnostic. I don't know what we are. You subscribed 7 times. That's it. You subscribed. Just kidding. I love everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Reality Realness with 3 S's and Jojo. Bye.